Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So everything's been going great here. A little bit under the weather, but I'm fine. So I wanted to bring to y'all another video updating y'all on my journey with the United States Navy and enlistment process. So if you didn't see my last video, my moral waiver did get approved. So I had an issue with an ex-girlfriend a long time ago. She vengefully tried to get me in trouble. It did get me in a little trouble, but then it all got dropped, which made it so even though I got charged with a domestic offense, it was dropped in a manner that didn't have anything to do with me pleading to a lower plea or paying a fine to get them to drop it or to accepting community service to get them to drop it. It actually had to do with it being dropped because she wouldn't go to court because she knew that she didn't want to lie in court. And so she called and told him that she didn't feel comfortable following through with it because of the level of toxicity that she was under at the time, or you know, drug use from her prescription medication. So, anyways, I've got myself in some pretty sticky, stupid situations in my life. It's definitely one of them. I definitely learned from it, and I'm definitely happy that it's over and that things are a lot better in my life. So, gonna move forward with this. So it got approved. They looked at the information that I sent them, the police reports, and everything, and realized that yeah, this dude's he's legit. Whatever, blah blah blah. So if you have any more questions about that stuff, you can ask me in the comment section. But I'm gonna move along into the next part. So after that was approved, the next portion was to get my, let's see, what is this called? I'm gonna show you all the paperwork here. This is Department of the Navy Family Care certificate. Stuff like that. All this is multiple pages in here. It's like let's see, like 3 or 4 pages. All that has to be filled out. My recruiters, like the boss recruiter there at the office, gave me directions on how to do it, but I was taking them very quickly. And I didn't actually have this stuff printed off at the time, or I would have went ahead at that point and done it with her. This is a family care plan arrangements. Also, it's another one that I have through them. A bunch of stuff I got to check off, initial and stuff like that. My wife actually has to sign some of it. So I'm hoping to get that taken care of right now today. Actually, so this is it's like 1 o'clock in the morning right now, but hopefully today I'll be able to get that taken care of. So any of you that have kids and you're entering the military, and you're honest about having kids and or a spouse and whatever, you're gonna have to fill this stuff out. It's a waiver, but there are tons of people who enlist with kids and they get approved. So that's what I'm doing. I'm enlisting. I have kids. I have a wife. They want to make sure that they have all that stuff taken care of. That way they know if something happens to me, my kids are going to be taken care of. So the person who would be taking care of your kids, even if it's not a spouse, if you're a single parent, that person will have to sign saying that in the event of your death, or that you just get messed up, get your arms blown off, and you don't remember who you are or whatever, then you're in whatever. It'll be terrible. I don't mean to laugh about it, but that does happen where people just completely lose their mind after being in the military or get hurt to the point where they can't take care of the kids, and that's when this stuff comes into play. So it's actually something that's really good, versus something that would have been going on back in the day, like Civil War, World War One, maybe even World War Two, where you could just get in, and your kids, if something bad happens to you, then, well, so this just kind of helps out with all that. It's something to be afraid of. I know that as soon as I get this stuff done and get it I'll fax it to them with this thing on my phone called Genius Scan, I think it's called. It's an app. There's a couple scan apps, but the Genius Scan is like what I consider the better one. When it scans it, it makes it actually look like it was scanned instead of like a picture taken or whatever. And it like crops everything to where it doesn't look like there's any background. It just looks like paper around the edges and whatever. It does a great job. So y'all check that out if you are scanning stuff to send to your recruiter. Or if your recruiter lives closer than mine does, you can just go bring it, and then you don't have to deal with having to scan anything. But I will see. Tomorrow I might have to drive to St. Louis, Missouri to see my recruiter. But I'll let y'all know how that goes. Honestly, I think this is going to be about a, probably a week process, maybe at very most 2 weeks, but I think it should be fairly quick. This is pretty routine. So far in my process, if you've made it to this point in this video, which I hope that you have, so you're a trooper. I love you. I have been leaping hurdles. Like, I never thought I would make it this far. I thought that I would try and I would be able to say, well, at least I tried again to get, whatever. But but I'm actually getting approved for all kind of stuff, and it's really incredible. The only thing I'm really nervous about at this point is like having to get the COVID vaccine in boot camp. That is scary. But I love my country, and I believe this is something that I need to do. So if I have to take it, I'll take it. But right now, as far as vaccines go, it's just not something that I want to do. I'm not going to go further into that because YouTube will take me off of here because they suck. So my next step after turning this in and getting approved, which I know this will get approved, this no worries here, is going to MEPS for my physical. I've been to MEPS a few times already, or twice already, or whatever. Which the first time was for the what do you call it? ASVAB. I did great. It was actually, I've been once went MEPS once. I did some other stuff at other recruiting offices for my body mass index and stuff like that. So my recruiting office couldn't do it because they're all women there, and they can't like touch you or anything until you're no longer a recruit and you're actually an enlisted sailor. So my next step is my overnight stay. They get you a hotel and stuff like that. They board you up in there. You do your physical. It's like a 2-day thing. You swear in and whatever else, but I will not swear in. After my physical is done and all that stuff, I'll come home. Then they ship off my waiver for my neck tattoo. So that I am kind of worried about. They're super optimistic about it at first, but I've been in this process for so long that a few things have changed, and they're not just pushing people through like they were. So we'll have to see. I'm hoping that my recruiters can pull some strings. I really, really do. If there's any issues, but hopefully there isn't any issues. I was going to get it removed if I needed to, but I'd be like, man, if I get it removed and it doesn't completely come off, or even more policy changes in between now and there, and there's more stuff, and I might not be able to get in and have a half cut off tattoo, so I'm just hoping that it goes through like it is, and then at that point, after it's approved, I go back to MEPS and do a few other little things and swear in, get my sit down, pick a rate, and get a ship off date. So I'm going to keep y'all up to date on all this. It's only an 8-minute video so far. And I'm going to go ahead and tell y'all bye-bye. And I will just follow me, like and subscribe. And if you have any questions, like I said, comment section. And just follow me. And you will see the next updates. I love y'all. Jesus loves you. And I will see you again.